at this monkey. Morning. Wow. So fam, I hope you was able to see that. I was about to start and I saw it and I was like, let me just put the camera on it. Hey show fam, Amelia Adair here. I hope you are feeling well, doing well. I'm feeling well. I'm doing well. You know we got a great topic per usual. For those that are new to the channel, welcome. We welcome you. On the channel, we heal, we elevate, we grow, and we work on being better versions of ourselves than we was yesterday. Right, so fam. And today we're going to speak on 3 mistakes. This is more of a lesson learned. The 3 mistakes that I made on my spiritual journey, and hopefully it can help you as you start yours or as you're on yours, okay? And we're gonna have a beautiful walk today. I know I was showing you how to, I won't be able to know if the falcon was in there because I wasn't looking as I was recording because I was like, let me catch it. But this view is this morning is so calm and peaceful. And even when I'm not doing my walk and talks, I like to start my days with a nice nature walk, a nice hike. Like, you know, just kind of get me flowing before I go do 20 million tasks and give myself to the world. You know, it's always great to kind of give yourself those moments. And so we're going to jump straight into today's topic, so fam. Whew. Okay. We are going to talk about 3 of the mistakes that I made on my spiritual journey in the beginning. If you've been following me for some time, so fam, it's been a journey, okay? One thing that I think we don't realize is we start our spiritual journey on day 1, okay? The day you come out and they slap you on that butt, okay? And you grasp for air, okay? And you come into the world. And if you don't know, they smack you on the butt because you've been in water for 9 months. So in order for you to kind of use your lungs, they got to give you that little love tap. So one thing that, 3 things, but we're going to start with number 1. One mistake that I made on my spiritual journey in the beginning was, I would say, being more trusting to those who made it seem as if like they were really into God, you know. So like those that are heavy in the church, and when I say trusting, you know, like I just kind of, I'm gonna say it, I was a little naive to think that, okay, God is moving me. Now this is obviously way after the little slap on the butt. This is probably about 3 or so years ago. And you know, like God made it clear, like, Amelia, move. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll get that kind of wake up call in your life that is like, baby, it's time for you to take some steps, and I need you to trust me along these steps. Okay, so when I'm speaking on spiritual journey, so fam, I'm speaking on moving your life in a direction that God wants you to move in. Okay, meaning everyone around you wants you to do certain things. They want you to do this career. Your family wants you to do this. You may have been distracted at this job for 40 years and now you're doing that, okay? Now when you start doing your spiritual journey, you start living your life the way God wants you to live. You start praying more. You start meditating more. You start making choices that are beneficial for what God is telling you to do, not what people are telling you to do. That may go over a lot of you heads. This video ain't for a lot of you, okay? This for the few. So understand, when God was like, sis, let's get it moving, let's get it grooving. You playing, meaning like you dragging your feet. It's time to put them skates on. You know, it's time to make some changes, make some shifts, drop some people. Listen to me. It's time to fast. It's time to learn who I am. It's time to get closer to me. It's time. This is what I'm referring to. So fam, okay? And so when I was beginning the journey, right, there were people that were already in that lifestyle. There was already people that were, like I said, in the church. Like when I thought about God, the way I was raised, you know, like the way God was presented to me when I was younger was more like go to the church and Jesus Christ. And you know, it was in my face, but I didn't pay attention to it. Like I was just in church there for the food on on the first Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just kind of there and around those people, and I just assumed, you know, like, oh, I'm in the church. They great. These is God people. God called these people. All right. Now the reason why I say my mistake is that I just automatically trusted them, meaning like I gave them more benefit of the doubt than I would like a regular non-person in the church. Okay, follow me. Is because I assume when I started like really feeding into learning God and doing, you know, more spiritual practice, meaning like being more in touch with my intuition and things of that sort, I assumed that because they were in the church, that's exactly what they did. I assumed that this is what God want me to do. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand, so fam, that God isn't this one. It's not the same for everybody. It's evident that it's not the same for everybody. Because when you look around, you have so many different layers of life. Okay? So, getting into my understanding, using my mind, and taking time with myself to grow, okay, is something that takes time. So when I'm saying I was just trusting in the church, I was just so ready to absorb everything they was going to tell me. I was just going to, everything that they tell me, I assumed it was just true because of the fact that they was just in the church, or they said, you know, or they said God first. You know, like I wasn't really in tune with, okay, hold on. God brings peace. God brings love. So I wasn't looking at that. You know, I just was looking at that one factor, like, oh, they in the church. We all got problems. Like just giving excuses for their behaviors, not understanding like God is speaking to me in a different level, on a different way. And you got to understand, so fam, that people who follow God are robotic too. Okay? Now, I'm going to break this down. Like, ooh, the sprinklers is coming. They moving. Let me walk a little fast. Okay, so what this means is, like, we spoke about mind control in one of my videos a while ago. Okay, so when someone is more robotic, okay, they are just doing things that they are programmed to do. You know, like you're gonna see it, so fam, because I'm about to put you on real quick. Like most people will be like, now this is what most of us do. Most of us are programmed to do this. Okay, so I'm not saying that you're a robot if you're doing this. Okay, I'm not calling no one a robot. I just want you to understand what I mean when I say program. All right, you be like, all right, have a good one. All right, you too, have a good one. Have a good one. 99% of people are programmed to be like, all right, have a good one. They don't even know that they're saying that. Like, they know, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But they don't really know, so fam, that they're just like that's about to come out their mouth. It's just a program. It's just like when someone waves by, it's a program for you to wave by back. Like, test it out, so fam. Go anywhere and just strangers and just be like, all right, have a good one. And like, but you gotta be leaving. You can't just walk up to somebody that's you're not even having a conversation with. Okay. This is all right. But people be like hanging up. That's what we're programmed to be like, have a good one. You be like, does everyone say that? So when you think about a program and you think about someone that's just in the church and just following what someone is telling them to do. Someone is telling them how to behave. Someone is telling them, okay, this is God. Someone is telling them how to walk with God. Instead of God guiding them on that journey. Okay? So what you would understand is like, there's so much that needs to be done in these communities. All right? All of that is ignored, and people are focusing on, like, people are focusing on learning every script and being judgmental, and it's like you're kind of going from one it's like you're going in from one hole to another hole, in a sense, because it's like you're not learning how to hear God's voice for yourself. And my question was always like, why would God bring us all here and not have that ability to connect with him directly? Okay, so why do I have to get answers for my life from how this person may perceive God? So I'm not going to go too far. I'm going to leave it right there. That one of the mistakes was not really taking that time to hear God for myself. You know, like, okay, so how did God talk to you? Okay, so is God going to talk to me like that? Okay, and so just kind of following what someone else is doing because they're further along, instead of walking with myself, creating it myself, learning for myself, hearing for myself, and making those decisions for myself. Like, I made this decision for myself. No one was controlling me. No one was putting fear on me. No one was manipulating me. No one was making me feel like I was gonna die. No, you know, like, that's what I mean when, like, control. Someone is controlling you when you're afraid to say what you want to say, do what you want to say, because you think you're gonna get cursed, or you're gonna get like something bad is gonna happen to you. And that's fear. So when someone puts fear on you, it's like they're controlling you and manipulating the situation. That is like, whew, you'd be like, back up. And so I would say that was, I don't want to say like a big mistake, because I obviously learned, but it was like a chapter that I had to really come through, because if I know what's on my heart, and I know that I've healed, and I know that I have clarity, and like, I know what I saw, you know, like, God will show you things in your own path, like, this is for you. you are going to be the only one to really understand this, process this information, use this information for the greater great, not greater good, for the greater great, okay? And you're going to be able to connect with these group of people, okay? So when God is trying to use you, he's not trying to change you into, he's not trying to change you where you're, like, obviously where you're cleaned up, but where you're, he don't want to change you where you're not still yourself, okay? And this is what I really, I guess, trying to pinpoint, you know, and explain it in a way where you can understand my understanding is like, whew, it's heating up so bad. God want to use you with these group of people. So you got to look the way you supposed to look. You could clean it up. You could, you know what I'm saying? Lose a little weight. When I say clean it up, eat right, get yourself cleaned up, right? But he don't want you to transform into a way that you're unrecognizable, because he wants to use you for these group of women. Let's just keep it on me. Like, women can connect with you because you come from this environment. Women can connect with you because you look like this. Women can connect with you because you walked very close to their paths with them. You understand what it's like to grow up in these environments. I'm not trying to heal you and move you into an environment of people that have absolutely no idea what it's like to live a childhood like you, okay? And so I was, you know what I'm saying, a little trying to climb my way and get myself together. Like, God, wait, I know you said this, so I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying to, and you know, please God. And that's he'd be like, Glory, hey, but doing it right for you. You know, that's where you want to get your validation from. And understand, like, these women connect with you. So I need to grow you so that they can feel connected in this world, because there's such a big disconnect in this world, definitely now for Black women, okay? And really understand, because you live that life and you understand that life and you grew up around Black women, you know, Black poor women, and to be exact, Black hurt women, Black broken women, men too, but I'm living the life, I'm living the perspective of a woman. So this is where I need you. And there was a period of time where I wasn't understanding it fully, okay, because I was being still a little robotic. I was still in my growing process, okay? So I was still, we could say confused. And that goes from when you first begin your journey, you are more naive. You are more like a sponge. You like a child. Like a child is going to believe anything you tell them, because they don't know any better. They haven't been here. So they're just a little bit more like, That's how your spiritual journey is in the beginning. And so when you're going through that, it shouldn't be so, I don't want to say public, but you want to just tread lightly, because of the fact that there's so much information out here. There's so many lies out here. So it's easy for someone to come and see that you're inquisitive, see that see that there is some light in you, and can easily take advantage of that. And so when women are coming to those awakenings and coming to those, phases in their life, and they're not surrounded by healthy individuals, then if they're not surrounded by healthy individuals, then there's a higher percentage that they can be swooped back. You mean like pulled back and pulled further away from what God is trying to get them to do. God is trying to call them to do. And I assume because I grew up with people for years, I can trust them with this. Now understanding, wait, I grew up with these people for years, not by God's side. Not saying God wasn't there, because God is always there, but our connection wasn't as strong. So if my connection with God wasn't that strong then, and I have all these people surrounded by me, obviously their connection isn't that strong as well. That wasn't a light bulb that went off in my head. I was like, okay, I can trust these people. I grew up with these people are my family. These people know me. Yeah, they know you. Until you start connecting with God, then they're like, well, we don't know that we don't speak about God around here. We don't connect with God around here. They're not saying this, but it's like, well, you never had any godly conversations with me prior to. I'm trying to have a conversation. I got some new information. I would like to have a conversation. And it's not perceived that way. Most people perceive a relationship with God as like, oh God, she all holy. Most people are rolling their eyes in the back of their head. And it's like, if I'm opening up to you and I'm asking you these questions and I'm being inquisitive, obviously I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to grow. And that's not evident. That's not evident. It's not evident. And so it's a challenge. Not even saying that's still a challenge. It's a challenge because you're torn. Okay? People be like, well, you're torn in who you was and who God is telling you to be is 100% a truth, because you have to be able to hear God, have clarity, and know what to keep, and know what to get rid of, and know what to work on, and not pick yourself apart in a space that's you're useless. You done picked yourself apart so much, Billy. We can't. No one's even. No, you're unrelatable. No one's even gonna listen to you. It's like, come on, get it together. Come on, Glenda. What are you doing? It's like we need that personality. So don't lose the best parts of you by listening to those that God don't want you to listen to. Okay? Keep the parts of you that allowed him to choose you in the first place. Okay? And I'm not getting into the details of him and her. I'ma just keep saying him. That's listen. It's how you say, it's universal. All right. Whew. Ooh, that was a big one. I know I said there was 2 or 3. They was 2 or 3 tied up in there. All right, so fam. So you are very sensitive in that phase when you start to be like, wait, this is a lie. This is a lie. Wait, this exists. This exists. So take your time. All right. Sometimes we get sucked into with some information that someone is telling us. Take your time. See how they continue to show up. Look at their results. The best way to know if something is true or not is through time and looking at their results. And that was something that I kept on getting, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, well, what results? What results? The results of how they are treating people. The results of how they are treating themselves. More importantly, how they are treating people. Because I think we treat people better than we treat ourselves in alone time. Like when we alone, it's like we want to beat ourselves up. And it's like, don't do that, because you wouldn't do that in public. Stop being so hard on yourself. Be kinder to yourself. Like, all right, you fell short here, babe. You could do a little better tomorrow. And then get into the next day. Don't be so like angry and upset and feeling like, oh my God, I'm a failure. My business didn't sell any products today. Don't look at it like that. Look at it like, wait, It's another day I can add on to my years of being in business, selling products or not. Not to get off key, off track. So understand that when you're sensitive, meaning you're coming into that phase of learning that new information, take your time and don't feel like it's a race, like God is trying to rush you to your seat. No, God is saying, hey babe, you got a great seat right here. There's a couple lessons you got to learn before you get to that seat. Take your time and learn them, because once you get to that seat, once you sit in that seat, that it's yours. You ain't got to fight people for it. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got to like be acting the fool for the seat. You be like, why would Glory want me to act all crazy like this for some seat? I'll be like, you can have it, babe. It's yours then. If Glory want me to be in the WWF for it, all right. Take your time and learn it. Pay attention. Be present. Okay? Don't be so quick to judge. When we try to learn all the information so quick, we try to judge too quickly instead of taking a minute like, hold on. Is this a reflection of a part of me that I've been ignoring? Because we be so quick to point out everything Sally doing and how she doing it and why she doing it and why she a little thicker or why she a little skinnier or why she a little broker, whatever. And we like, wait, we crossing paths. Let's take our time and see, are we a reflection of each other in a way where I need to learn what I've been overlooking in myself in you, and vice versa. Because it's really hard for us to see ourselves unless we look in the mirror. Like if I look down like this, it's hard for me to really see if I look a little too thick in this shirt, you know? So in order for me to really see what I'm looking like, I have to look in the mirror. Now that's in the physical sense, right? That's obviously in a more physical way. And when you think about it on a spiritual level, same thing. You have to look at a mirror of yourself, because it's hard for you to see by just kind of looking, you know what I'm saying, looking around, you know. And now if you have someone standing right in front of you, talking, being them, and just being them, you could be like, wait, this is that little person inside of me that I've been trying to heal and fix, and I can't do it because I need to see it in the physical. And so we be so quick to kind of judge this person, cut this person off, beat that person up, block that person out, think this person ain't here to help because they missing a couple pieces or they all over the place. Baby, you might be all over the place in that same area, but you know how to cover it up great. You know how to, you know what I'm saying? You know how to walk with it a little better. So it may seem like you don't have that issue, but baby, it is a reflection, okay? That's you. Don't be in denial. It's easy to be in denial, like, no, that ain't me. I don't look like that. Because maybe you don't physically look like that. You know, we all got different faces. But baby, that spirit, that heart, that's you. And so when you are learning your journey for yourself and you're putting the pieces together for yourself, it may not look like how it looked for auntie and uncle and grandpa 20, 30 years ago. And y'all think that Glory don't see things as moving and changing and we are moving and changing. Which I think great glory is dead. He see. So he changes too. When you use your mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, use your intelligence, use your common sense, which I realize ain't common. We know that. So, all right, so fam, that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Watch it again. Get it into your spirit. Understand it. Hear it. Take notes. Don't judge it. Let me chill out. So fam, if you ever want to book a session with me, my details are always below. And for those that have booked sessions with me already, you already know. Okay, I think I need to be a little bit more verbal about the sessions because a lot of people haven't taken coaching before, so they don't understand how it may go. And that's why we do a consultation. All right, so fam, I always recommend booking a consultation with me first, just to make sure you don't need a therapist. Okay, so fam, I am not your therapist. All right, and I will say that. I'll be like, baby, therapy. Okay? In the nicest way I know, in the kindest way I know how. But when we are on our sessions, so fam, it's a great way for you to see that reflection. All right, I'm listening to you, I'm talking to you, we're on video, and we are raw. All right, uncut, meaning like, let's see where it is that you really need some work, that's really stopping you, that's really keeping you stuck, that's really stopping you from just being as great as Linda and Brenda, you know. And it takes those sit downs. All right, and maybe we could use that as like one thing that really, I guess, helped me was getting different coaches. All right, trying different coaches, taking my time and seeing myself, because it was hard for me to just sit in a room with a book and a screen of people, you know. Like, I need to get on the phone, I need to talk to Billy, what's up, let's talk about this, because that really helped so much more than anything. And videos and having those podcasts that kind of like keep you up to date are always helpful along the way. Meaning, like, even you watching this video, you can take so much greatness from it and mold yourself enough to keep yourself on a steady, elevated path. All right, so fam, check the details below. Amelia Online Academy for a free guide to see where it is in your life that you may need a little healing. You may need an understanding, okay? You may need to karate chop some people up out of here, because it's like, you're an anchor. So it's time to let you go. All right, because I need to lift. I need to elevate. I need to breathe in this fresh air. Ooh, I need to walk. I need to run. And all that takes energy. So fam, all that takes focus. All that takes a lifted spirit, okay? Some of us, we can't get out and hike and get up. This morning I woke up, so fam, my alarm's at 4:30. Guess who jumped up? Like it was her birthday. All right? And when I have people holding me down, I'm stuck in those like realms of like, I gotta hear that in my brain at 4 in the morning. I don't want to hear toxicity when we got things to do that's way more important, that's more substantial. Put the right word if I said it right. Right, so fam, can't be sitting here crying about spilled milk. Hey, clean it up, let's go. That's what we really want to say. Well, let's take it easy. Let's have some empathy and sympathy. Because when you are broken, this is what we're going to talk about in our next segment. Hurt people. And we're going to really get into that. Now, I know we mentioned it enough, but we're going to get into some things because there's some psychological behind it, and we're going to break it down. All right, so fam, Amelia Adair here. In order to be a part of the Soul Fam, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and apply the knowledge. Applying the knowledge is key if you really want to succeed and see things start to shift in life in a positive direction. All right, so fam, Amelia Adair here. I love you. I appreciate you. You got this. See you on episode next. And let this truck go by. Hey. They smiling. Maybe just a smiling. I was gonna say, oh, I hope this video brings you some peace and love and clarity. And have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.